Alright, welcome to day 73 of the Vera Series. And today we finally got a level increase. So it looks like for now they're keeping that 10-day level increase, which means there's a good chance that on March 13th, which is a Monday, we're going to be able to reach 88 to 90. But don't be surprised if they add an extra day or two. So I would say at least the week of March 13th, we should be getting that level increase. Next, we want to go to our artificial island, and we want to go back to building, and we want to hit claim, because remember, you can only hold these resources for 24 hours. Then you got the exchange door, and with it being a new month, that means we have some new monthly items, so you want to make sure you pick that up, as well as get your weekly items. But we are approaching the weekend, meaning we're getting closer to Procrastinator Day, so you don't want to wait till the last day to kill all of your enemies. And if you have not been fishing, you might want to go ahead and do that, because there could be some extra things in patch 2.4. Then you want to do your Mia's Kitchen, and you want to knock out your 4 bounties for the day, and I'm going to go with the Sparrow. Which brings us to Vitality, starting with joint operations. So for today, we got access to Bracers, Chest, a Huma, and a Samir Matrix, the in-game, and Carnival Party. So these are all some really good dungeons, but for me, I'm going to mainly be focusing on weapon materials, so that way I'll be ready for level 90. Which brings us to Interstellar Exploration, and you want to check Vera, as well as check Aspera, so that way you can see all of your Stargates. And how you can tell if you have a level 3 Stargate is if this weapon battery category has a number 3, it's a level 3 Stargate, but if it has a number 2, it's a level 2 Stargate. But if you don't have any level 3s or level 2s, you could always do Dimensional Trials. And if you need money, you could always do space-time domains. And if you're pressed for time, you could always make Omnium beacons. But since we are about to get to level 90, you might want to try to have max Omnium beacons, so that way you're ready. Which brings us to our optionals, and that's giving gifts to your 1.0 characters, and the best way to do that is to go to the black market and talk to Hopkins, see this island and do the claw machine, or knock out your 2 trainings for the day. But what is not optional is to do your 8 fun zones. And if you have not already cleared out the Greyspace, you want to try to knock out your 6 Greyspace fishers. But the biggest rewards are in the Twilight zone, but you do have an 8-hour time limit, so you could wait on this. And with it being a new month, don't forget to get your racing. I was able to get 500 mirror myself. And again, we are approaching Procrastinator Day, so don't forget to do your Security Force missions, so that way you can get those old Vera coins and Mira. Then you don't want to forget about your appointed research, so you want to go to your missions tab and click on an item and click use, because remember, you can only hold a grand total of 20 energy, so that way you can get your 5 free energy a day. But if you enjoy these daily guys, I would greatly appreciate a like, so that way these can spread more on YouTube. Which brings us to our events. So hopefully you got all of your dark crystals and your free SSR selector box, but if not, you have a little over 6 days to go ahead and log in, so that way you can get all of the rewards. And then we have the half anniversary event. We should have enough points to go ahead and clear out the shop, so you want to make sure that you do that. And the ones that I recommend are either Fruit Barrage or Heavy Punch. And the Umi skin is out, and I recommend that you use Tanium, and you're going to probably need about 5,800 to get all of the rewards. And here is what we can get. Then we got our weekly tab. You want to make sure you do enough things down here, so that way you can get everything up top. But while we're talking about the weekly tab, I did want to give you a reminder not to collect your weekly rewards next Monday, because the battle pass should reset Wednesday next week. Next, we have our challenges. So if you're trying to do something like the Bygone Phantasm or Frontier Clash, you might want to save your Mia's Kitchen, so that way you can power yourself up. But starting with the Bygone Phantasm. So first, I recommend that you take a look at this weapon bonus. If you have a good weapon bonus, then you might want to do this sneak to next level, and if your CS is high enough, you're going to be able to jump up 11 levels. But the biggest thing that will determine your rank is Sequential Phantasm. If you're able to get a high score here, most likely you're going to get the top rewards for the week. And for me, this is going to be a pretty tough week. Basically, we already got someone past Boundless round 10, and someone is approaching 500. So I'm going to have to put some work in this week. The Critical Abyss. Now, this is optional content, but you can do this to get clusters. Void Rift, we got another attempt today, so you want to go ahead and knock it out, so that we can possibly get that matricy. Void Abyss. Now you have the whole month to go ahead and complete this one, and personally, I think this one is a bit easier. And for me, I decided to go tank again, and this is what I'm mainly using. And depending on how strong your character is, you may not need Mechanical Core, but if you've been dying a lot, you might want to still try to pick this up. Wormhole, we got another 5 days to complete this, so that way you can get that extra energy crystal dust. Origin of War. Again, we have till April 1st to go ahead and clear this, so that way you can get all of the rewards. So if you have not cleared it yet, you could wait until the difficulty gets very low. Raids, you want to make sure you do the last 2 on Heroic, and you do Battle Test Area on Heroic, so that way you get the best rewards for the week. Break from Destiny. Now you want to make sure you do this at least 1 time, so that way you can get those 250 Dark Crystals. And Apex League. If you're trying to reach Grand Marshal, you might want to put a couple hours in each day. And then we got our daily buys. So you want to go to Shop, Hot, and then buy your 2 Vitality Solutions. Now this is only if you can afford it, but for me, I'm trying to get as many as I can because once we reach level 90, that's basically a guaranteed golden piece of gear for every vitality solution. And if you can afford it, I recommend that you get your advancement modules and your booster modules for the week. Which brings us to the commissary, starting with the Crystal Dust store. So you want to make sure you buy your Barrett special gifts, your advancement modules, and your booster modules. And when it comes to your potent Omnium Crystal 2, if you have an 8.5 suppressor, I recommend that you keep buying these because most likely we're going to get another suppressor level in 2.4. Space Time store, you want to buy your booster modules, your advancement modules, and your data repeater for the week. Cruise store. Now the only thing that you want to spend your points on are relics, and the relics that I recommend are either Space Time Rift, Omnium Shield, Drone level 3, and if you have all of that, I recommend going for Hologram Projector. Support store, you want to make sure you buy your gold, your space-time crystal fragments, your space-time crystal dust, and your space-time crystal fragments using return support points if you have those. And if you need help on how to do that, I got a guide on my channel. Point store, now the only thing you want to spend your points on are spare special gifts, so that way you don't have to do training, black market, or see this island again. But if you need to level up your matrices or weapons, you could always buy matrix data packs or weapon batteries. But besides that, I just recommend that you explore the map so that way you get all of those resources. And I did want to make a quick announcement. I am busy with a few real life things that I need to take care of, so I might be a little slower on doing some uploads in the future, but if there's some really big news, I'm going to try my best to make sure I come out with a video explaining it. Also, I have a few things that I need to test out for some upcoming videos. But besides that, I'll talk with you guys later.